Hello, I'm here to share with you something I'm really excited about, and I've been invited to be a guest design team member for Natalie at Line Dot Arrow, using her latest kit. One of her latest kits is called Antique Lace and Roses. And while I've been very much involved in doing some autumn Halloween journal things currently, I was so excited about accepting this offer that even though it's not at all seasonally a fall subject, roses usually are finished blooming, at least in my area, at this time of year. And but I thought about how there's that cliche about stopping to smell the roses. Well, that's what I'm going to do. This is a beautiful kit, and I'm going to share a little bit of that with you, and a little bit of what I've been doing with it, and what I'm going to be doing. And so I hope you will enjoy seeing this. This is part of Julie's kit. Well, right here, these are in the kit. They are chandeliers, and I was trying to figure out how, first of all, to fussy cut them. Natalie talks about she has a scan and cut. I don't have one of those. I have a Cricut. The Cricut, it's new to me, and maybe there's a way that I could get it to cut this for me, that I wouldn't have to fussy cut it, but I don't know how to do that. Anyway, I'm going to pull these up a little bit so you could see them. She has several different sizes that she created for us, and colors. And what I did is I was trying to figure out, like I said, how could I use these? What could I do to really show off that they are crystal chandeliers? She did the colors on these, and then I used some pink ink to embellish the edges of this. And I think I used the worn lipstick, the Distress Oxide on that one. Or I could have used the Distress Oxide Festive Berries. Sometimes I grab one and not realizing what I'm having. The Festive Berries is a lot darker. What I used on this one to get this look is I used the Judikins Diamond Glaze dimensional adhesive, and I cut it out. I fussy cut the chandelier, like I said, and inked the edges a bit, and then I just poured the glaze over it, and it gives it that real shiny appearance. This one I fussy cut twice to get it as close as I could, and I used just glue on here, and I don't know if you can see the glitter. Try to get those crystals to shine. I used the German glitter glass. That's wax paper inside there that I use when I sprinkle it over something, then I use that to pour it back into the jar. And I think I like this the best, but I don't know. And then this one I used, again, fussy cut it, and it was a smaller one, and it was more of a gold or yellow coloration, and I used the Stardust Stickles on this one. It's okay. I don't know if I'm going to like this. I don't know if I'm going to like these with this kit, and I'll show you some of the pages in a minute. This one, I think I do. Here are some of the pages I'm going to make. I have collected pages to make 2 signatures. I might add a few other things to this, but this is one of Natalie's pages here. I actually had dyed this past summer. I took dried roses and coffee, and I made a batch of liquid, and I dyed paper. And then I scanned the dyed paper and made digitals with it, and then printed them out. I love the colors that were created, and I'm using that in the journal. This is one of Natalie's digitals printed on vellum, overlaying one of my rose dyed pages, and I love that. I don't try not to show the entire journal here. This is one of her pages with a hidden paper clip that I had in my stash. This is the background sheet of Natalie's kit. This is another one of her pages. That's another one of her sheets. Trying to show some more of her pages. This is one. This is one of Natalie's. Here's one with a chandelier in it. That one, I don't think there are any quite like that, but maybe putting that in there, I might do something like that. Not sure. This is another one of Natalie's pages. Here's another one here. And here's one here. And she provided also with the kit lots of envelopes and ephemera pieces, and I've cut them all out, and they're all here. Pockets, different sizes, larger ones, smaller ones. Anyway, I am going to, and I looked for things in my stash to go with it. Here's one of her pages, and this is actually printed on a piece of cotton. And then this is rose tissue paper, and I did this because it has hearts in it. I actually did this for Valentine's Day from some cards that I was making back in the 1970s. So I suppose this makes this vintage. And I used the technique, someone recently was using freezer paper and fabric. You can use it on paper or on fabric. And what you do with the tissue paper is you wrinkle it up, then smooth it out. You cut your freezer paper to an 8.5 by 11, or if you use A4, then you would use that size for your printer. Then there's a shiny side to freezer paper, and it's like a wax coating. That side you want to adhere your tissue paper or your fabric to, but you need to put down a linen towel or another piece of fabric on top of that so you do not get any of the plastic coating from the freezer wrap on your iron. You'll just destroy your iron. You freeze that together, it fuses it together, and so then it becomes adhered to that. And you can see there's a coating on here that actually is something called Lick'em Stick'em, which I have the recipe somewhere for that. It's been ages since I did that. It's a mixture you put together, and you brush it onto your envelope, let it dry, and then you lick it or use water to reactivate it, and it actually can seal your envelopes. So that's kind of a fun thing. I don't know if I'll use this in the journal, but because it has roses and it's this light pink, I thought I might. I have, as I said, lots of things in my stash that I found, and I'm just putting it all together in this, and I am going to be using it to design my lace and rose journal from Natalie. And this is the cover that I have been working on, and as I was going through my stash looking for things that would go with the kit, roses, I did find this button. And so I am going to, I don't know if I'm going to sew it on. I thought I would put it here. There's a white flower here. I'm either going to sew it there, or I'm going to cut that shank off and glue that onto this. This is the fabric that I'm using, and it is a beautiful rose fabric, and this too is probably from the 1970s, and I have the corners on here, and I chose to use the rose gold because I thought that would be very pretty with this. Inside, these are from Natalie's kit. Beautiful, beautiful colors, beautiful patterns. I love it. I used that on the inside to make the the inside cover, and to cover the spine I actually cut up one of the digitals, and this is printed on the fabric as well, so that this is actually fabric inside here. Then I took one of those pieces that I did in fabric, and I decided to do some slow stitching on it. And you can see that I just did random French knots, just some cross stitches, some straight stitching. Nothing super fancy. Those of you who know slow stitching, it's a form of embroidery. It can be as loose and free, freestyle, or it can be more rigid and precise to embroidery. It's all up to the person doing it. I am going to, I was a little bit like unsure if I wanted to cover this up. It's very pretty, but I want to feature Natalie's kit. And so with this piece that I printed on fabric, this is her digital, one of her, it's a half of one of the collages she has made. And I printed that on fabric, did the fussy cutting, and I added 3 different types of trim, lace, and then this rose trim I thought was very pretty. I haven't glued it down yet, and the reason is because I'm waiting for my fabric tack to come. I ran out of fabric tack. Well, let's see, I have this much, but trying to get that out of the bottle is next to impossible. So I'm waiting for my new fabric tack to get here, and then I'm going to glue that down. I actually did use some of the glitter glue, the art glitter glue on this to glue the fabrics down, as I said, because the fabric tack wasn't coming out, and it works pretty well. But I really do want to use the fabric tack to do this front piece. And even though it's hanging over, I think I like that. I think that's what I'm going to go with. And as I said, I haven't decided what I'm going to do with that button, which I seem to have lost here now, but I'll find it. And I'm going to put that button here. And anyway, I'll be busy working on this, and I'm going to continue working on, I'm actually using some of Natalie's digitals from her autumn kit. I'm making another autumn journal, and I am working on Halloween tags as well. And I have to hurry because Christmas is coming, isn't it? So this, in the meantime, is a fun project, and I'm really excited, as I said, working on this. And as I do things, I will take some time to videotape and show you the progress I'm making on this. Anyway, I will put Natalie's information in the description of this video, and I hope you look for Natalie on her Facebook group, and if you don't already belong to her group, you might want to consider that, and also check her out on in her Etsy store. All right, talk to you later. Bye.